A recent New York Times Siena poll shows some frightening details that I'll show you Dana Bash on CNN reporting on, and then we'll discuss that very much emphasizes, despite everything we've talked about today, with Trump's legal troubles, with him being indicted, him being an individual that attempted to overthrow our democratic process, and he's being indicted for that. Still, with that and many other things, he has a shot, a very good shot of winning, not just in the primary, that's obvious, but in the general election. And the damage that could do is unspeakable. But I'll show you this first, reporting on this recent poll.
Now to the raw politics, and a raw morning if you're sitting inside President Biden's Wilmington re-election headquarters. A New York Times poll confirms the current political reality. Donald Trump can win a rematch with Joe Biden. The top line number, Mr. Biden, 43%, Mr. Trump, 43%. The deadlock raises questions about a Biden general election advantage and the impact of indictments on the former president's standing with voters in a potential general election. The poll finds both men are unpopular with American voters. Only 41% hold a favorable opinion of the former president. Only 39% currently approve of Joe Biden's job performance. The poll does show modest improvements for Mr. Biden on key metrics compared with a year ago. Last year, only 13% said the country was on the right track. Now, that number is 23%. A better but still deeply unsettling number if you are the sitting president is who's asking for 4 more years. We're going to talk a lot more about this. There's a lot to unpack.
So many things to take away from that. The biggest being, oh my goodness, just what America, what's going on, guys? It's ridiculous. We've talked so extensively, so I won't do it all again, but Trump, just to focus in on what we talked about a lot today with his indictment in regards to his attempts to overturn the 2020 election results. When you swear an oath to the Constitution as president, you are committing to not doing what Trump did in trying to take our Constitution, crumple it up, throw it in the garbage can, and ignore our democratic process and keep himself president despite him losing that election. And people see that, see a coup attempt, and then say, yeah, but Biden's getting up there. I mean, I'm sure it's more complaints than that, and many of them are bought into a lot of these talking points that support Trump's narrative, obviously. But looking at it that simply really does break my brain. And terrifying is what it is. It's terrifying that we could see Trump become president again. Now, we'll do everything we can to make sure that doesn't happen and get people out to vote and all of it. But especially, even though I totally understand the issues with President Biden, and he does have massive flaws, you would think that the legislative victories that he's been able to get, his record on that front, and the historic, pretty stunning economic recovery after the pandemic-caused downturn that Trump mishandled, that he would have more support after that, even though, yes, he has a really hard time communicating and there have been stains on his record as well. It's wild to see in the scheme of presidencies, or kind of in the grand scheme of things, I should say, when you look at presidencies, Biden's had a pretty successful presidency. And it's not everything we wish that it could be, but it's been pretty successful. And some major accomplishments, historic ones, largest investment in infrastructure since the Eisenhower Highway Program, largest investment in green energy, and lowering prescription drug costs, and a number of items that you would think under a different president maybe would impact people more. Whenever you're seeing your roads be improved, your bridges be improved, your broadband be expanded, your clean water or your water be cleaned, getting more clean water out to people. And it's just not being heard, I guess. It's not being seen by a lot of people within the electorate. And then for so many people to still support Trump is also really disturbing. So that's one poll. Others show Biden leading, but a lot of them do kind of show it right there. And all I can say is it's pretty horrifying. We got to do the work in the build up to the 2024 presidential election to make sure Trump does not become president again. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a part of what makes this show possible, plus get access to the full video version of the show hours before all the clips are able to be uploaded to the YouTube channel, plus get the bonus show on the weekends, you can do so by going to lukebeasleyshow.com/membership. That's lukebeasleyshow.com/membership, and there's a link in the description.